welcome to Life in Digital Can Capture Special. I'm here with Guy Jackson, Chief Commercial Officer at Raas. Guy, first of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
It's always good to chew the fat, and off camera we've been talking about the amazing journey of being involved in a startup, and
Yeah.
it's so unique, isn't it? It's the coolest thing to do.
100%. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely at that inflection point at the moment where it's the exciting time. It's start up to scale up, right?
Yeah.
We definitely feel like the step change in the business at the moment, and we've put a lot of foundational work behind what we've been doing.
Out of interest, I know it's a hard journey to track, but how long does it take to go from startup to scale up, being market ready? What's that journey look like?
How long?
Yes, yeah.
Well, I mean, it took us probably a bit longer than it could have taken, and I think that reason is because we're self-funded. We're a bootstrap company. We did that because we wanted to, really keep laser focused on the vision that we've built for the company. We really believe in the tech, but that means obviously you're always playing chicken and egg with revenue and being able to hire good people and scale it up, and cash flow is the most important thing, obviously.
You own your independence though, and you own your decision making. That is priceless.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I think whether it stays that way or not, is kind of TBC. I think at the moment, but we've definitely got to that point where cash run rate is looking really, really positive. The partnerships we're building with really good quality brands these days is unbelievable, and it's giving us a lot of scope now to we know we're at that point where we've got the right team in place, the right systems in place. It's full steam ahead now.
All go. The best
bit. Definitely.
Best bit. And then if you could, for people who aren't familiar with Raas Labs, it'd be great if you could just tell us a bit about what the organisation do. And sorry to ask two questions in one go, but I can't help myself. So what you guys do, and we're here in Cannes, what's on your agenda for this week? What are the big themes you're talking about and hearing about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it kind of does become the same question.
It's one of the same,
really. Yeah. So, like I said, it feels like a pivotal moment. Because it's all about AI. Cannes is just all about AI. It's dominating the themes.
Every conversation I've had, all 40 of them,
Exactly, yeah. And it feels like, the work that we've done in coming to this point, it's like we've landed the perfect product, perfect message at the moment. And what that is we position ourselves, I suppose, the go-to-market is we are the relevance agent. So we're an AI that basically drives, unbelievable performance from display, kind of performance that can equal that of a paid social or a paid search or traditional performance
campaign.
And it's doing that through the proxy of relevance. Relevance is one of those terms that's been kind of thrown around for quite a while.
Contextual?
Well, that's it. So contextual's been around for forever, right?
Yes, one of the first channels. I remember,
and that's always been around, kind of optimizing an ad placement to an environment, right? What we're doing, we're understanding relevance. We're building this new understanding of relevance as the specific relativity between an ad creative and the environment itself. So it's an AI that's able to contextualize not only the page, but the ad creative that you're trying to serve within that as well. So what we're doing is we're measuring that, scoring every potential variation, every single available ad call within the bid stream, with a score of relevance to any given creative that you're able to that you want to upload into the platform. It's quite unreal when you think about it, because where you can go from there is in the next step, which is then identifying and discovering all of the most relevant URLs to any given creative. And then when it goes absolutely crazy, you can upload as many creatives into this as you want. So I'm talking hundreds of thousands to millions of variations of a creative, all with different products in it, or with slightly different messages. And each one of those will find its most relevant placement on the web
in real time, and driven by the technology.
So it's quite similar to almost like a dynamic creative approach, but it's not. It's kind of a dynamic media approach.
Yes,
you're actually finding the most relevant media placements to a creative, rather than booking a campaign that's based on a targeting segment and then manually mapping every single creative to these different segments. It's an automated system that will find the most relevance.
That's incredibly cool. And then are you serving ads? You're then serving ads through partnerships with DSPs and SSPs?
A lot of it's through the SSPs, because it's a curation platform. And I mean, this is a really key take from this year, I think. inventory has always been highly commoditized. You know, there's one kind of proxy for, you know, how valuable an impression is, and it's who is this person, right? But that doesn't take into account, you know, what's the size of the ad unit, how much clutter there is on that page, how relevant is this message in this environment? What is this environment? Is it an MFA site? Is it a good quality publisher? And I think this is what new technologies, are, you know, supply side technologies are able to do. AI is able to kind of understand so much more about, you know, the actual context, not like content necessarily, but the context of everything around that ad call, everything around that placement, what is going to make it perform and what isn't going to make it perform. But we believe, and we can actually sort of like categorically prove that relevance, it's like we've solved the Da Vinci Code here. If you can make ads hyper relevant, then the performance is unbelievable.
Which just makes so much sense because it's all about ads feeling natural. And
Yes.
if you have a jarring experiences are jarring. It doesn't fit, and you're like, ugh. But as soon as it's natural and relevant, it feels good.
Yeah.
It's a classic, and it's showing up. It's a classic in any exchange. Feeling understood, feeling relevant.
Yeah.
It feels comfortable.
Because you're tapping into a consumer's mindset, not what they've consumed 10 minutes ago or yesterday or 15 days ago or however long a cookie might last. Like, you're doing it now. I am in, you know, if you're reading a review of a pair of trainers, Nike trainers, you know, Air Max 95s, whatever it might be.
More to the Jordans, but
we can more the Jordans. Yeah. Right? Well, that's it. You know, we would understand that for you if you're looking at an article like that. We can serve you an ad with that pair of trainers in it. If they, you know, if we've got a retailer that's stocking that, you know, we can integrate their product feeds and we can serve that to you in the moment. So it's almost like it's like what affiliates were always trying to do for so long, but it's doing it at scale, and that's the most important thing, right? You know, it's the scalability that's never been possible with traditional technologies that we're now able to do like en masse, and we're able to do it like simply. It's as simple as setting up a normal campaign. You're just targeting a data point and running it through this, you know, this ad server that we've built basically. So it is, we feel very, very excited.
It's super, and I understand why. I've just joined with Dots with that performance display piece, dynamic creative, but bringing that together in today's era, that's super powerful.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, sorry to jump around, but lots of people who here will listen to this podcast haven't been to Cannes before.
Yeah.
I know you've been to a few. And what would your top tips be for anybody who's coming to Cannes and wants to get the most out of their experience here?
It's always a case of almost like stakeholder management. A lot of this, you know, because you know you're going to have bosses and you're going to have, you know, expectation to generate business and stuff like that. And it's great because people are in that deal making mindset. People come here and they want to do business. But at the same time, you can't overlook like the value of just the networking and, you know, and you know, everything that you'll get just from going to the parties and just, you know, meeting people and just, you know, having a glass of rosé with them, or, you know, just having a bit of fun, and, you know,
it's the quality of the audience, isn't it?
Because a lot of the time the business gets done back home, but the relationships will get built here a lot of the time. So it's people are here with an open mindset, so much more than being in the hustle and bustle and the day to day of you know, of their work and thinking, oh, I've got another meeting to get to, I've got to do this bit of work, I've got to get back to this email. People are here with the view of, right, I'm here for a reason. I want to learn new stuff. I'm really open to hearing more stuff. And, you know, I want this to affect what I do in my work moving forward. So it's kind of, it's almost like a resetting point. So you just want to be busy. That's the thing. You've got to be busy.
Scratching meetings coupled with getting parties. And you mentioned there learning things new. Have you heard anything this week which has surprised you? Have you had anything that you didn't expect to hear? Has there been any like points of interest that were outside of what you expected?
I'll actually say, I mean, we're the guys selling, like, right? So, you know, people aren't so much selling to us, but so I'll actually say kind of no. I think, you know, we felt this AI buzz. I don't know if you feel the same, but this feels like a pivotal Cannes.
Very different to last year. Everyone was talking about AI last year, but I was asking for use cases and tell me how it's, and it was a bit wishy-washy. But this year it's like, this is how. And interesting. It's not just how it's impacting my customers' business, which is obviously cool. It's also about how's it impacting your own business. So yeah, it's very, very, very different.
I think that, you know, we're an industry that have always loved the new shiny thing, right? And every year, every can
And
is a new, there's a new topic that we're talking about. AI feels like this one is going to stick. And we're only at the beginning of really unleashing a completely new era.
Yeah.
You know, and this is this agentic era of advertising. We talk about like the broadcast era, precision era. This is this whole new era, and we talk about this a lot in our business.
Yeah.
Legacy technologies that were built before today, just not going to cut it in today's world.
And they're so hard to move forward.
Yes, yeah, and that's another benefit of being the startup. We built our business within this era.
For the future.
We're at the beginning of this massive drive in AI, so we feel like we're at the right time, got the right product, got the, you know, kind of runway now and the potential. So we feel like we're on that launch pad now, you know.
Great place to end it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, lovely. Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Bye.